But to talk a bit more about my background, I've been training in Tai Chi for almost 20 years, and I've studied with some of the finest Tai Chi people in the West, for sure, and the East for that matter. So I started with Chu Jin Soon, who was the second disciple of Ying Sao Chung, a very famous Ying Sao Chung. Yang stylists will know this man as a great legend, as a teacher and a practitioner. So my first teacher was a second disciple, and I spent a couple of years training with him, and then
Where was that?
That was in Boston, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I spent many years in Boston, and before I came over to the UK.
Okay.
And then when I came over to the UK on work assignment, I started training with Jim Uglow, who was part of the larger family of Yang Family Tai Chi. And he's an amazing teacher, I think the best certainly that I know of at getting across the family's art. He's been training with Yang Sao Chung's daughter since 1997.
Yeah, the people watching this video, we find it strange to realise there's an actual female as who's head of the family. That's an unusual sort of.
That's a great. Thank you for actually pointing it out, because that's a great. That's a big issue for some. They say that in martial art, especially in traditional Chinese martial art, the women didn't get the full deal. It wasn't considered proper. But that wasn't the case in terms of the Yang family. My teacher's been training with young Ma Li Sifu, Ma Li Mary Yang, since 1997, and she is the real deal. She was.
Whereabouts do you train with her?
Sorry?
Whereabouts do you train with her?
Well, my teacher has trained with Mary in Hong Kong for many years, again, since 1997. He's done hundreds and hundreds of hours with her. But the point is that I want to make is that her father said in his own words in a book, there's a little red book that we have, where he says quite clearly that he was quite demanding of his three daughters. He had three daughters. And Mary is the only one who's teaching today. And they got the full art, you know. The disciples didn't even get the full art, but she got the full transmission of the family's secret knowledge. And you know, a few minutes with her, just in her presence, as I've had the great fortune of spending time with her, learning a bit from her directly, hearing her own words from her own mouth and with my own ears, and you can't leave without having a huge impression that this is a vast, incredible art that she's able to actually get across to people as a fantastic, a great teacher.